It's Holy Week. How are you guys doing?
Good, really
Yeah?
enjoying, beautiful time so far.
Good.
It really is. It's a beautiful, beautiful week, even though it began very painful with the burning of Notre Dame Cathedral.
Oh, yeah, what a crazy day that was.
It was very discouraging, but I read a couple of great reflections on Facebook about how that disaster feeds into what we're all about during Holy Week.
Father James Martin had a really nice video
He
about
had a
that.
beautiful Martin.
That's on our Facebook page.
And also, I believe Father
Baron?
Bishop Barron
Bishop.
had a good reflection also.
Yeah.
So it's Holy Week, and we're in the midst of the Sacred Triduum on Good Friday.
Yes, but the week, as Monsignor said, started out before that with the burning of Notre Dame, but also the Chrism Mass, which was the same day. And we had the bishop here, and he blessed the oil of the sick and the oil of catechumens and consecrated the chrism. And all the priesty boys from around the diocese were here to collect their oils for their parishes. And it was really a beautiful Mass. If you didn't get a chance to see it, they filmed it from the Office of Radio and Television in the diocese, and it's on their website.
Yeah, there are beautiful pictures.
Oh, yeah, and we
Yes,
have beautiful
we
pictures
have
on our
beautiful
Facebook
Speaking
page.
of beautiful
Yeah.
pictures, catch the pictures of our Palm Sunday
Oh,
Mass at 8:30 when a particular priest.
oh.
It's not my fault.
What happened? What did I miss?
It's a beautiful
Oh,
picture.
did you see Victor was here taking pictures
Yeah.
for the parish and everything
Yeah.
at the 8:30 Mass. So
Yeah.
it was all Father
Oh, I
Arian.
see, it wasn't about you.
No.
Got it, okay. I thought something happened.
I'm
Something
get-
happened,
I'm-
he didn't do it.
I'm getting used to it.
Aw.
Oh.
As I said before, Monsignor, when people think highly of your staff, it reflects good on you.
Oh, you
It
see.
reflects well on you, so
Oh.
just be happy. So yesterday we had Holy Thursday. That went really well. We had a record-breaking crowd.
It was a beautiful night. It really was.
Yes, with the washing of the feet and the
And because
Eucharistic
everything was
procession.
smooth, moving, everything was really, really organized and beautiful.
Yes, it was good. It was good.
It was good. And today we're going to do Good Friday. So we have the continuation of the liturgy that began last night and it is concluded at the Easter Vigil. We're in the middle part of it now, the Good Friday service at 3 p.m. when we remember Jesus' passion and death and we venerate the cross. And then we'll have Stations of the Cross, living stations at 7 p.m. and a soup supper following in Dentisi Hall. But Monsignor, oh, go ahead.
But why do we call,
I was going to ask you.
well, we'll figure it out. Why do we call the day Jesus dies Good Friday?
Good question.
Yes.
And really, it goes back to the original languages. I think we, in the English-speaking world, have to realize that the church existed for centuries without the English language. And even the early language of what is today England and Scotland and, had various ways of pronouncing it. But the original title for Good Friday was Great Friday. And in fact, even in the Orthodox churches, I believe they still refer to it as Great Friday.
Oh.
Or they translated their language word for this Friday to Great Friday. But it soon evolved into contemporary English as Good Friday. So to the non-believer, it's like you're calling the day Jesus died good. Why? Originally, we referred to it as great, for it was the great day of our salvation. By his obedience to the will of God, he undid the sin of Adam, which was disobedience. And by his death, he opened the gates of paradise to us that had been closed by disobedience. And so it is a great day, but it's also a day in which we remember and call to mind what our response to that great sacrifice should be. Because he didn't do it and said, okay, do whatever you want. He did it by saying, I have loved you to the end, and now you need to love each other to the end.
And everything we do is in context. So Good Friday, it's not just that he died, which of course is super important, but we know what happened next too, the resurrection, and that's what makes it good too. Suffering, death, sin never have the last word. God has the last word. And so that last word is life. So it is good. It's terrible, but it's also good.
I would like to take Great Friday.
Yeah, I like Great
Yes.
Friday
I like
too.
Great
Friday.
Friday too.
Yes.
But I
In
think,
some places they call it Holy
or
Friday.
Holy
Holy
Friday.
Friday.
Yes.
In Latino countries, the translation is like Holy Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really a matter of translation. But I think we're going to be in the minority if we try to change the name.
Yeah, that might not go well.
Somebody will post a meme, God forbid.
Yeah, we'll be heretics. Okay, after that, tomorrow is Holy Saturday, which is the best day of the year. We have confessions in the morning, 10 o'clock, 9 to 10?
9 to
9
10.
to 10-ish, unless it's longer.
Like today.
Yeah. And then we have the blessing of the food at noon, so anybody who's going to bring their Easter food baskets with you will meet in the gathering area, and there will be a blessing.
I'll be there.
Oh, you're doing that?
Yes, I'm doing
Then
the
I'm sure
blessing.
somebody will take pictures of you.
Of course, yes.
Lots of pictures.
Come on, Victor.
Shout out to Vic. And then at 8 o'clock we have the vigil, which is the great vigil, the mother of all vigils. And that's where we move from the darkness of the tomb to the light of the resurrection. And when we baptize our elect, we have 2 young ladies who are going to be baptized, and then 2 young men who are going to be fully initiated as well. There is no 4:30 Mass, so don't look for it.
Yes, and that is by church law. That's not being done by priests who don't want to work. That is being done by church law. There can only be 1 Mass on Easter, on Holy Saturday night, and it must begin after nightfall. And because you need the blessing of the fire and we're a symbolic ritual people, so I think we've got to accept that and break away from the truncated liturgies that many people might have remembered. When they had the little hibachis, we went through that, the little hibachis that they would light at the corner of the church, hopefully, and we ask everybody to pray for good weather tomorrow night so that we can light our Easter fire outside in darkness. And as we bless the fire, we are reminded that Christ's light dispels the darkness of sin and death. And that light is shared with each one of us in our baptism so that we can be that light in the world.
It's the best. And there's no 5 on Easter Sunday either, that's right. But the vigil is like 2 hours long, but it's awesome. It's just full
It's
of
beautiful.
neat things that happen all throughout.
I always say to the people that just allow the symbols, the images that we use, the readings, the music, to talk to you. That's it, because it's full of images, full of message. So just be open and receive what God is going to give us during that beautiful ceremony.
Yes, and if you've never been, come. If you have small children, don't.
Wait a couple of years.
It's very long for them, but it really is amazing. But be ready
Unless
for
they
it to
fall
be-
asleep in your arms. If they
Oh
fall
yeah.
asleep in your
Well, it
arms.
depends on how old they are. If they're real little, that's fine because they are going to sleep. But if they're like in toddler age, they're going to be very angry. But or 9. If they're 9 years old, they might not enjoy it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it is great. If you can come, please do. And as Father Arian said, enter into it because it is amazing. Like if you just pay attention to everything that's happening, it's fantastic.
And Easter Sunday, the masses are 8:30, 10 o'clock, 11:30, and then 1 o'clock. We do not have the 5 o'clock mass, but we did add a 1 o'clock mass. Basically, I'll tell you right now, the 8:30, 10, and 11:30 is packed. And so to our parishioners who come on a regular basis, don't expect to leave the house at your regular time and find your seat, okay, because it's going to be crowded. But in all to all our people, you are most welcome to come to the Co-Cathedral to celebrate the great solemnity of Easter. And we'll look forward to seeing you.
The office is closed. It started being closed on Wednesday afternoon and will reopen on Tuesday at 9. And Msgr, you want to give a plug to the young adult ministry that's beginning here?
Well, there has been for the last couple of years a young adult ministry known as Young Adults in Faith, and it's for those between the ages of 18 and 39.
19. They gave us a redone.
Okay, 19 and 39. These are young adults, both married and single, who want to, deepen their spirituality, their love for the church, and their understanding of both Scripture and the mystery of the Eucharist. Now, they've been meeting throughout Monmouth County, and in the last couple of months, they've discerned that they would like a permanent home. So these are men and women from different parishes. So this isn't like a St. Robert's group. This is a multi-parish group, and they are going to meet here on Thursdays. Their first permanent meeting here will be the Thursday of Holy Week. And Easter week, thank you. It's been a long week, and I'm just drinking coffee in this cup.
Good clarification.
And so it'll be Easter week, Thursday. They will begin at 6:30 with adoration of the Blessed Sacrament in our parish chapel. And then around 7:15, they'll break into their study, their Bible study, and followed by some fellowship. They hope that this will, again, develop this ministry, include a lot of new people. New people are always welcome. And also lead to acts of service as well as times of social gatherings.
Cool. Sounds like a great group. Sorry, Nan. Okay, so that about wraps it up. We just want to wish a sweet Pesach to our Jewish friends and our religiously blended families.
Also, if you get a chance, on YouTube, they did a Lion King Seder.
A Lion King Seder?
Yes, Lion King Passover.
Oh.
I posted it on my Facebook page.
Would you like me to share it on the parish page?
Yes, please. Okay. It is a wonderful reworking of some of three of the songs from the Lion King talking about Passover. And it is done beautifully, done musically well, and it really is a wonderful way of wishing our Jewish brothers and sisters a sweet Passover, a blessed Passover, and a reminder of what God does, has done, and continues to do in our lives.
Okay. Have a happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
God bless.